Hey, hi. I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. It's time for another reading. So I have the Everyday Tarot, and then we're going to clarify with the Maverick Poker Deck by Greenbrier International. All right, these cards are all pre-shuffled. I'm just going to shuffle one time, get a general energy, okay? The dog is thirsty. Somebody might need to drink more water out there. Might be a sign of dehydration. Okay. Ace of Swords, card of truth. All right. Looks like the truth has come out. Or people are realizing the truth. Or somebody is telling the truth. In regards to the Ace of Swords, this is the card of truth. Right? Now, that's when it's in the upright, but in the reverse, this is the card of all kinds of lies and deception and manipulation and all that craziness, right? Okay, but we like to see it in the upright because the truth always sets you free, right? We love the truth. I live my life by the truth, and I do that purposefully because I don't want bad karma, right? So, you live your life by the truth and you prevent a lot of bad stuff in the future. Because you know what? The lies always come back to bite you. That's why. Gotta always be truthful. So let's go ahead and start here with 5 cards. I hope everybody's doing okay out there, hanging in there. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Hope everything is going well for you. If you are new here, I wish the same for you too. I hope everything's going okay with you. I hope your family's okay. Obviously you're here, you want to find answers. Maybe the title grabbed in. I don't know. But I do want you to get better. Okay, and I do try to teach a little bit along the way so you kind of know what the cards mean. So you know how I'm getting the stories. Because it's always good to know yourself, But yeah. This channel is all about you and all about your healing. And if the story resonates, maybe we can find a way or a solution to make you feel better, right? Logical, healthy choices, right? All right. If you like the way I read, you can subscribe, like, comment, and share. But otherwise, I will still be around here doing something. So whatever you like is fine with me. I need one more card. Okay. One more card. All we see there is that Hierophant. Oh, look, and the Emperor at the end. All right, that's pretty good. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have 3 of Wands. Now, for those of you who are new here and are trying to learn, the Ace of Swords, I read you the upright and reverse definitions because that, to me, is a 50-50 card. It didn't fly out on its own. You know what I mean? Same for the bottom of the deck cards. It didn't fly out. It's still in the deck. So for me, the definition must be 50-50, upright or reverse. Now, all of these cards flew out, so they're all 100% cards, okay? Just to get that clear for anyone out there. All right, so we have the 3 of Wands here. Somebody here definitely waiting for their ships to come in, right? From this truth, possibly, right? Now, when there's lies here, I kind of feel like someone's being hasty. You know how, like, when you catch someone in a lie or they're lying or something, they get all defensive and they start talking fast and they don't even let you get a word in edgewise. They just try to, they're like panic mode. It's what it sounds like when they're talking to you. That could be this part, right? The Ace of Swords reverse and the 3 of Wands, hasty moves or hasty speech or like panic sounding. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know the lies are coming out. Okay. For some reason, too, I feel like it's really apparent to someone. Like when they're talking to another person, like, whoa, calm down, tiger. Hey, take it easy. I feel like somebody here is experiencing something like that. That's really funny. Okay, so let's get these flipped over. Let's see what the big secret's about. right? All right. Oh. Now, the first position is normally the viewer, right? Or the person getting the reading. But, you know, I like to refer to these as stories because that's what they are. They're just stories. But the stories are so realistic. They could resonate, right? If it doesn't, then that's okay. You know what I mean? Some of these stories ain't nice anyways. We don't want them to resonate, right? First card out, though, we got the Six of Wands. And the definition of that is success, but unfortunately it's in the reverse. So somebody is failing at something, right? Somebody used to be stuck in a situation, didn't know what to do, but now they're released, right? That's what the Hangman in reverse is. They are no longer stuck. And then we have the Hierophant. The reason for all of this is because someone here is Hierophant energy. Yeah. Now, the Hierophant is a highly educated person. This is a highly knowledgeable person. This is a person that people actually listen to. This could be a teacher, a boss, something like that, somebody of high intelligence. You can see right here on the card, even though these cards aren't very, you know, I mean, they're all right. I like them, you know. You see the Hierophant here, right, trying to teach something, right? But you see here are the students. You know what I'm saying? So it's that situation. This could be a motivational speaker or any of that kind of thing, right? But right here, somebody is being set free, and somebody here is failing at something, and I think it's because the truth came out in regards to this Hierophant. Somebody here released the truth, and now people or persons or a person or whatever, they're just waiting now for the outcome, right? That could possibly be something going on here. Now, the person who's failing here, unfortunately, I hope that doesn't resonate with you, but I think this person would be the one who would be panicking and trying to lie their way out of whatever, making hasty moves or hasty speech, you know, like, Unfortunately, that's this person. Right? Now, if that doesn't resonate with you, this could actually be someone that you're dealing with, or maybe you're inquiring about someone or something, and that's what this person's got going on. They got some failure, they got some panic, they got some lies, and I think they're just being caught up, basically. And whoever this is, who felt stuck before, which this could actually be you. If you're someone who felt stuck because of some sort of injustice, well, that injustice failed. And now you can breathe again. I feel like somebody here can take a breath now. Because whatever, you could be this Hierophant. Right? You could have felt stuck. You couldn't get the assistance or help you needed. But lo and behold, little did anybody know, you were the Hierophant in the end here. You see, people, they like to stereotype. You know, maybe you're kind of a modest person. Maybe you're not very flashy. Maybe you don't, you know, you just do the minimum, and those minimum things are what really makes you happy. You don't need much to make you happy, right? So people could have stereotyped you as somebody who's not smart, who doesn't have much, or whatever. You could be a minimalist, right? Like, you don't need stuff, right? And so people may have judged you, but you know, stuff is nothing compared to the wealth of knowledge. Nothing is more valuable than knowledge. And so you might be someone like that, and that's why the Hierophant's here, okay? You also may be a person that likes to read and all that stuff, okay? All right. We do have the Knight of Wands here, though. And this is usually like, oh, the player card, right? And when it comes to this Knight of Wands, this is about, you know what? This is kind of like the reading we had last time. Because the Knight of Wands isn't always, oh, they're a player, they're cheating. It's not always that card. Sometimes this card is actually a message of passion, not a message of passion like intimacy, but passion of that somebody has important news, right? That must get to somewhere right away or something like that, right? So this might be somebody's obstacle, that there is a message that is being delivered somewhere about something that's very important. That involves, it's the importance is the passion, right? It's not the passion as in being intimate. It's the passion as in this must be done because lives are at stake or something like that. It's like that important. You know what I mean? So I feel the obstacle here is either to get that message out, or it's taking a while for the message to get out, or somebody doesn't want that message to get out. They don't want the truth to be revealed. That's what that is. Yeah. Sometimes you got to talk it through, Okay. All right. So that's the obstacle here. But the advice here, you got to get that truth out. You got to do it. Sometimes this is just the obstacle and sometimes it's just the advice. But this time it's both. You got to get that truth out because the truth can save lives. You know what I'm saying? And then in the end, the Emperor. This Hierophant could become the Emperor. Even though the Emperor is with the 4 card and the Hierophant is the 5 card, or the Emperor sees the Hierophant as a valuable asset to the situation at hand, right? That could be another thing. And that's also where somebody could be offered a job advancement, like a job offer, or somebody could actually see the other reading. I think it was about somebody making a cheesy, offer, something not very good. You know what I mean? But this right here, this looks like it might be even a better offer. So see, in regards to the past reading and this one, like always weigh out the offers. Don't jump on the first one anyways. You know what I mean? Tell them you need a little time because you are still looking into other offers, right? People usually think that people are desperate for money and for jobs and that, they're going to jump on the first one. No, that's not always the case. Some people out here are like, it's not whether or not they want to hire you. It's whether or not you want to work for that company. That's what it's been come down to nowadays. Whether the company is worth, you working for and you putting your effort into. Is the company good? Is it honest? Is it fair? Whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their own boundaries when it comes to what they want to do and where they want to work. So that's, possibly what this is. So yeah, that sounds, sounds pretty nice. So let's go ahead and continue here. Because, I'm also looking at this Emperor card. This person might be sending the message towards the Hierophant. Like, hey, we see what you're doing. And we think you can be a valuable asset to the company or something like that. You know what I mean? That's if it's like a business thing, or even if this is like family. Maybe the elder, whoever of the family sees, oh yeah, you know what, that person was right. We've been doing it wrong all along. Go speak to that person. Let's have Thanksgiving or whatever you guys do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get the family gathering, whatever, however people do, right? So let's go to the 6 of Wands reverse. Okay, I thought it was going to come out, but it didn't. Who is failing here? Somebody might go to jail. 8 of Swords. This is a card about going to jail. Here is another 8. Now, I remember the other reading did have 3 8s, so let's figure this out. Let's get one more card. 6 of Wands. Okay, we got a 7 here. 7, 8, 8. Bottom of the deck, we have the Joker. Now, the Joker is the Fool card, okay? Now, this is about taking a leap of faith in the upright. This is about going for it. all the way, right? In the reverse, this is like, I don't want to take no chances, right? So we have two different possibilities here. Somebody may not want to take a chance with a person who is a failure, right? Some people out here will figure out that somebody failed or they're a failure, and they're like, I'm not taking a leap of faith with that. I'm not going to take a chance. You know what I'm saying? And some people out here will take a chance, but I don't know if it's going to be with this person though, because this person might end up in jail, or they might end up trapped in the confines of their own mind, right? Because somebody here had secrets and illusions. Okay, that's why. Somebody here had some secrets, some illusions, and weren't telling people anything. They had, and that could be anything. Somebody could have been secretly lying about something, or stealing, or cheating on someone. It could be anything. 7 of Cups here. Oh, a lot of options. This kind of makes me feel like somebody was, getting around. Like, they were a hot commodity around town. It could be. Darn. So somebody actually, I think what it is somebody failed at being a cheater or something. They failed at doing something. It could be cheating. Another thing that comes to mind, maybe somebody that works in a store or a big retail has been on optional, different occasions pocketing money or something like that. I see that going on here. That's for someone. I don't think that's for everybody. I do see somebody trying to pocket some money. Doing some wrong tally counts on the register. I don't know. Anyways, somebody here is not successful. They get found out eventually, right? Whatever they're doing, if they're stealing or lying about something or doing, they're doing a lot of things. And if it's in regards to lies, they're telling a lot of different lies, it's kind of like overdoing it, which is making them look like they're lying. You know what I'm saying? It's like too many different things. You know what I mean? It's either something or it's not, right? They're making up more different other things. Like if one lie doesn't work, they're going to try to make up another lie. So if this is what you're doing, it's not working. And that's kind of like the slandering, if you're slandering somebody, it's because you're making up fake stories type of thing, right? Now, if you tell the truth, just keep telling the truth. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 things. Keep telling the truth. That's all. People love to hear the truth. People love to hear the lies too, and they love to hear devastation and destruction. But people never get tired of hearing about the truth, especially when it involves them. You know what I'm saying? So somebody was, I think, telling too many lies, and the lies is what got them caught up. So, all right, let's keep going. The Hanged Man in reverse. Somebody got set free. Right on. Freedom. Oh, I just said that, and it reminded me of people wearing those Freedom white shirts. I don't really like that, you guys. I'm not into that stuff. That's not my get down. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a new beginning, a new emotional beginning, something nice. It should be anyways. But we have the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Wah, wah, wah. That's because, there's some sort of outside interference in this situation. You know what? The reason why somebody failed here is because of a third party. Somebody got ratted out. That's usually what happens. Somebody snitched. Somebody told on somebody, and everybody found out about a burden, about some backstabbing energy, but you still took a leap of... Somebody here is gnarly. You know what I mean? Somebody went through some burdens, backstabbing energy, and still took a leap of faith with this situation. You know why? This kind of sounds like another case of stereotype. Didn't we talk about this the last time? I think we did. Somebody was looking at somebody some type of way. and they thought that they could impose all these things and try to make somebody get stuck or feel stuck, right? But it only motivated them to move forward. It only made them want to fight more. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. There's some people out there that love competition, that love to fight, that love to, game on. You know what I mean? But some of those people will only do that in situations where it's important. Like some people, they're not going to do that for stupid stuff, right? If it's like, stupid, I ain't fighting for nothing stupid. But when it's something important and somebody's trying to play in their face, ooh, some people love that. It's like a competition for reals. Oh, you want to play in my face? All right, game on. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like that. Okay? Somebody tried to throw some burdens at someone and tried to backstab an individual, and somebody basically said, game on. You want to do that? All right, let's see where it gets us. You know what I mean? Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that with people. You should not do that with people. But people do. They don't know, it's always good to be kind and fair and truthful. Never hurt or steal or lie from people. Isn't that Bible stuff I'm talking about? It sure is. Yes. You see, look, right when I say talking about Bible stuff, the Hierophant can also be a religious figure of some sort, a healer, a teacher, a boss, a pastor, a priest, but somebody who educates others, right? Ace of Cups, a lot of people have a lot of love for this person. They love this person. They don't necessarily love them personally like that, but it's the kind of love where they offer the one cup of love, because this person offers good energy, kind of like that, right? That could be your energy. This person will not tolerate double energy. We got the Five of Wands in the reverse. Five of Wands is usually the devil. It's in the reverse, and this person will not tolerate that. This person is the person that takes, oh, see, I told you, I knew it. So this Hierophant is this person who was feeling stuck. This is the person that they thought that they could do all this to, and you just fueled that person. That's all you did. They had their gas tank was empty, but once you started effing with them, you just filled their gas tank. I'm telling you, some people thrive off that stuff. That's why you shouldn't mess with it, just anybody out there. If you don't know, you shouldn't do, The Seven of Swords. So what happened, see, this person doesn't deal with the devil. They will not tolerate the devil. The Hierophant will not. This person, if anything, will take a leap of faith towards any kind of person who's trying, or place, or entity, or whatever, right? Will try to fight with whatever this is, Seven of Swords. So this person, I'm telling you, it's like they love the challenge. Oh my gosh. I just thought about The Exorcist. You know what I'm saying? It's like this person will fight the devil. They will not tolerate the devil. They're looking at chances just to jump and fight with them. It's like that. I never used a movie like, I saw that when I was a kid. I never saw it again because that movie scared the living daylights out of me. To watch something like that as a little kid, I was so scared. Anyways, let's keep going, all right? So people do appreciate you at least a little bit. So that's cool. Let's find out about this Knight of Wands. So you could have been a person who definitely stood up or stood out or relayed some information in regards to some truth, right? Somebody here could be waiting for the final outcome of that truth and what will take place because of that truth, right? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups still, so that's cool. People appreciate that truth. That's what that means. Nine of Wands. This is the Sun card also. Wounded Warrior, right? So whoever this is, you've already been through a lot, right? And you are the Wounded Warrior, and you are the messenger who is relaying the message of truth to somewhere, right? So the Nine of Wands, also being the Sun card, is also the card of enlightenment. So basically you're enlightening people about the truth about something where this person has failed. Okay? I don't know your story, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Then we have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords represents somebody having to make a decision. So like, it's like kind of like once the message gets there, it's like, oh shoot, yes, I have to make a choice now because this is a big deal, right? And in the end, whoever's relaying this truth, message of truth and all that stuff, you are the one who is successful. So this person's not successful, and in the end, this person, the Hierophant, kind of set free individual, you are the one who wins here. You know why? Because the truth sets you free. So there could have been a time where there was some slander against you, people trying to make up stories or lie about you because of something that you have discovered or found or revealed. And you know, if these people don't want to get in trouble, what's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to make up stories and lie about you so people don't believe you, right? Right. Maybe they will call you crazy or something like this. So people think, oh, don't listen to them. You know, but the truth is just too much. This is the whole energy of the reading. The truth is just too big for people to ignore now. And this is why you may have this success here. I say may because this is obstacle or advice position. This could happen. It may never happen, you know, but if things go in the proper direction, according to the divine, of course, the way of the universe, this is what could happen here. Success, because somebody makes the right decision to choose the right thing for the good of all involved, you know, humanity or whatever. Right? Yes. Humanity or animals or anything like that, right? Yes, because we care about the animals here too. All right, so let's find out what this Emperor is. This Emperor, now that I'm kind of looking at all this, could be the one that's like, yeah, this person is right. I see it too, you know, like somebody who actually does see the truth. Somebody, maybe this person, they came to this person and were telling all kinds of lies and stuff. And this person's like, wait a minute, that's too much. I don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me figure this out. This is hard right here. This is reverse. This is upright. Upright. Reverse. Now, we got two cards that fell on the floor. So, I'm going to take this one first, this one second. First, and this is extra. It's the Strength card, though. It's in the upright. Somebody was very strong here. Or something was maybe kind of, it could also be because of the situation, something was really hard to figure out, but somebody was strong enough mentally to figure it out. That's another thing. Okay, that's just something that popped into my head. No, it doesn't normally, but however that came out, I don't know. Three of Pentacles here, collaborating with others. This Emperor may have been collaborating with others to talk about the situation, and that's how they figured out that what the truth was. Yeah. So the Five of Swords, this person was lied to. So they were lied to about someone, but they found out the truth now, right? They were lied to. Somebody was saying some horrible, terrible things about another person instead of kind, loving, caring, whatever. They were just spreading all kinds of nasty Two of Hearts reverse information. Somebody could have even been saying that somebody was like a prostitute or they sleep around or something bad like that. And now somebody says, no, you're wrong. And now finally, in the end, the final card is you can now release your defenses because the truth has been told and the truth has been found out. So darn, somebody said a lot of nasty things about somebody, but you know what? The way I see it, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that say a lot of nasty things about me, whoever, right? I don't care. They don't pay my bills, right? They don't live my life. So I mean, they can say whatever they say about me. That's, that's their problem. I'm a happy person. I love my dogs. I love doing my channels, and that's it. Right? I mean, same for you. Whatever you love your pets, you love your families, and who cares what anybody else thinks about you, especially if you're like a good person, you don't steal or lie or do anything like that. Who cares what anybody thinks? There's only one person that can judge, or one supreme being that can judge you, right? Anyways, if it resonated, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, loving types, right? Yeah, we have nothing to fear as long as we stay calm and cheerful. I'm Mona, this is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.